Welcome everyone to another episode of Total Extreme Wrestling 2020, where I'm booking the invasion in the year 2001. It is week 3 of September, and it's Monday Night Raw. So let's one Raw and see how things go. In an abysmal pre-show match, Slash defeated Tony DeVito by pinfall with a bulldog. This got a 16. There was a lack of flow being noticeable. Okay. In a pre-show bout that had a little heat and embarrassing wrestling, Al Jackson defeated Reno by submission. This got a 23. They had great chemistry and it showed. So now it's time for the actual show. So the Rock comes out. Ooh, this only got a 69. I thought this would have done much better. And it's so the you hear if you smell what the Rock is cooking comes over the sound system as the Rock comes down to the ring with the microphone, and the Rock goes, "Finally, the Rock has come back to Hattiesburg." And the Rock's got one thing on his mind. One thing. That rattlesnake, that beer guzzling, truck driving, hell raising son of a gun. Stone Cold Steve Austin. And then the crowd boos. And the Rock goes, "Oh yeah, the Rock knows you're out there, Stone Cold, clutching the WWF title like it's the last cool one in the cooler." Then the Rock pauses, smirking, letting the crowd settle. And the Rock goes, "Now, Stone Cold, the Rock's been watching, the Rock's been hearing. And word on the street, you've got Booker T. Booker T coming for that gold. That five-time WCW reject thinks he's going to waltz into the WWF, spin a Rooney his way past you, and take what's yours? Oh, no, 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 no. The Rock says, you better not choke, Steve. You better not let that jabroni with the bad haircut and the worst attitude take that title because the Rock's got plans." So the crowd buzzes. You can feel the tension rising. And the Rock goes, "See, Stone Cold, the Rock isn't just sitting back eating pie, though the people's pie is looking mighty fine tonight. No, the Rock's guy's eyes looked at Unforgiven. The Rock's coming for you, Austin. The Rock's going to take that WWF championship, shine it up real nice, turn that sumbitch sideways, and stick it straight up your candy ass." So the crowd cheers for that. And The Rock goes, "But that only happens if you keep that title. Steve, you lose to Booker T, and the Rock's dream, no, the people's dream, goes up in smoke." So The Rock pauses. He points at the crowd. He goes, "So here's the deal, Stone Cold. You bring your A game. You bring your stunner, your middle fingers, your what chance, bring it all. Don't you dare let Booker T steal the Rock's moment. Because in Unforgiven, it's the Rock versus the Rattlesnake, one-on-one, the Brahma Bull versus the Bionic Redneck. And the Rock guarantees he's walking out the champ. If you smell what the Rock is cooking." So the Rock drops the mic, hits the ropes, and poses um, his music plays in the background. But yes, before Stone Cold gets to the Rock at Unforgiven, he and defends the championship against the Rock, he has to defend it against Booker T. But I'm still shocked at that 69. So China is in the ring with the microphone. She claims that she cannot be beaten by any man or woman. So to prove that, she's issuing an open challenge to anyone. This guy, 42. In a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, China defeated Tank Abbott by pinfall with the powerbomb, and this got a 56. There wasn't enough selling shown. So a music video shown promote the Dudley Boys. This got a 56. In a decent match, Taz defeated Mike Sanders by pinfall with the T-bone suplex, and this got a 60. Mike Sanders was off his game. So a music video shown promote Lita. This got a 55. In a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, Diamond Dallas Page defeated Crash Holly by pinfall with the discus lariat. This got a 69. DDP and Crash Holly have good chemistry, and it lifted the match. So this got the crowd hotter. So Vince McMahon comes to the ring. He goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, shut your mouths and listen up because Vincent Kennedy McMahon has something to say." So the crowd boos heavily. And Vince goes, "Oh, you don't like that? Well, too bad, because this is my show, my company, and my ring. And last week, my ungrateful, rebellious, pain in the ass son, Shane McMahon, had the audacity to stand in this very ring and throw down a challenge." So before Vince McMahon could continue, here comes the money plays as Shane McMahon walks out to the top of the ramp. And Shane goes, "Dad, are you here to flatter me and call me names, or are you going to address the challenge I laid out on SmackDown?" Goes, "Shane, you little punk, you think you can waltz in here with your WCW rejects, your second rate circus, and try to rename my pay per view? Halloween Havoc? Are you kidding me? That's a name that belongs in the trash heap of history right next to WCW itself." So the crowd cheers, and Vince McMahon goes, "But you know what, Shane? I'm a gambling man. I built this empire taking risks, stepping on throats, and crushing dreams, and I'm not afraid of you or your raging band of misfits." So Vince takes a moment and then he continues. "So here's what I'm going to do, Shane. I accept your challenge. At Unforgiven, we're going to have ourselves a little interpromotional showdown, WWF versus WCW, match after match, and whoever wins the most, they get to call the shots for October's pay per view. You want Halloween Havoc? Fine, I'll give you a chance. A slim, pathetic snowball's chance in hell chance to make it happen. But when my WWF superstars mop the floor with your WCW losers, it'll say no mercy, and I'll ram that name right down your throat." So Shane McMahon is seen nodding with a smile on his face. And Vince McMahon goes, "And let's be real, Shane. You think Booker T can hang with Stone Cold? You think your Diamond Dallas Page can outshine The Rock? You think your WCW has a prayer against the might of the World Wrestling Federation? I've got the greatest roster in the history of this business, and at Unforgiven, they're going to prove why WCW should have stayed dead and buried." So Vince steps closer to the ropes before continuing, and Vince McMahon goes, "So bring it on, Shane. Bring your matches, bring your boys, bring your stupid little ideas. Because at Unforgiven, I'm not just defending a pay per view name, I'm defending my legacy, my company, and my pride. And when it's all over, you'll be begging for mercy, but you won't get any from me." So this got a 68. Shane was supposed to be there too. I don't know why it just showed Vince McMahon. Um, but so unless it had Shane off screen, then I forgot to put him on screen. That could be it. But anyway, um, yeah. So this guy is 68. So Shane did say, "Hey, whoever wins more matches at Unforgiven interpromotional matches, how about whoever wins the most gets to decide the name of October's pay per view? And if No Mercy, if WCW wins more interpromotional matches, then No Mercy becomes Halloween Havoc." And Vince McMahon has accepted the challenge. In about that fantastic heat and good wrestling, The Undertaker defeated Canyon by pinfall with the chokeslam. So The Undertaker has defended the WCW United States Championship. Then The Undertaker is celebrating his victory, but the Big Show runs in and attacks The Undertaker and beats him down. This also got a 68. Then Sean O'Hare and Chuck Palumbo attack Kane backstage, leaving him down and out. This only got a 43. Kurt Angle is seen sitting in the crowd watching the show. This guy to 72. In about that fantastic heat and great wrestling, Triple H defeated Chris Jericho by pinfall with the pedigree. So Triple H defends the WCW World Championship. Then William Regal appears and says he accepts the challenge laid down by Diamond Dallas Page. If Diamond Dallas Page wants a match at Unforgiven, then Regal will be happy to give him that match. And this got a 53. Then, in an exceptional match, Steve Austin defeated Booker T by pinfall. So Stone Cold has successfully defended the WWF World Championship with a 77. So, what was the final grade for the show? 73. Okay. Increased popularity in 3 regions, lost popularity in 1. All right, I'll take a 73 for Raw. I mean, it should have been higher. I don't know why the Rock's promo didn't do as well as I expected. Usually the Rock could do like 80s and 90s on the microphone. So I was kind of surprised for that, just for his to just get in the high 60s. But we're going to let things process, and we're also going to go over the backstage incidents that happened Monday afternoon before I end things for tonight. All right. So, first, Deborah was given a stern warning showing up late. Nothing noteworthy happened from it. Brian Adams and Clark were well. Brian Clark Adams missed a meeting with a road agent. Brian Clark showed up late. They both got stern warnings for their actions, and it both had a small negative impact on the members of Chronic. So let's see what the let's see. Kurt Angle's ready for action, drug test fees, and Kurt So okay, so this was Monday Night Raw for week 3 of September. I hope you enjoyed this. The next episode will be Heat for week 3, taped before SmackDown, and Unforgiven's on week 4 of September. Until, but until then, uh, good night, everyone.